Hello and welcome back to the Ring of Pain. Today we're going to be hopping into a double candle run and we are going to be going after the classic Hermit's Tiara build. So if you're not familiar with the Hermit's Tiara, oh goodness, excuse me. Basically its effect is as long as you have 4 or fewer items equipped, which does include your candle, you freeze on attack. So as you may already be able to put together, basically our whole game plan is going to be to attack first and to freeze everything in the room so that we can basically just stun lock the entire room. As far as what items we'll be looking for, I did pass up an item with speed there, and I'm passing up another. We are looking for our weapon and offhand for our other 2 slots. So for now, we are just going to pass up on what we can currently see. It will be a little rough until we can get some speed online. Fortunately, we were able to win the 50s against those gnawlings. Icebreaker would be kind of a solid pickup early on here for us. Or really any weapon. Unlucky. But that is alright. We should get some speed up through some of our stat cards that we encounter. And I mean, that'll be honestly the primary way that we'll be building our speed, so I'm not too worried about it yet. We're actually getting like super lucky with some parries and dodges there, but and we've been winning these 50s pretty consistently. I do not want a book. I would like a weapon. A weapon. Or an offhand. Alright, not going to give it to us. That's fine. We'll find it eventually. So basically with the Tiara build, your whole, the whole point of the run is you are setting up for the boss fight. So how are you going to handle the boss? There are a couple of ways that are kind of standard. So grabbing a pole arm basically allows you to just cheese the boss in any run, really, given you have enough time and space. But I also would like to, so toxins, or excuse me, polearm is definitely on my radar as a solid item. Another item that's incredibly helpful is a toxins, because since we don't do much damage with our in-hand damage currently, having toxins to be able to chip away not only the enemies that we'll be fighting in the rooms, but also using that with our pole arm to expedite the bird kill is super handy. Because as you'll see here, if our luck doesn't work with us for a bit, we'll be attacking quite a few times in succession on these enemies because we only do 1 damage. We can basically tank our defense and our attack. We don't need any of those stats if we have the appropriate items, because everything will be forever frozen. So we don't want to attack you because you are currently still faster than us. We are not a very fast boy, as are you, so we're going to hop out. We definitely need some more stats to come to us pretty soon here. Go ahead and freeze these enemies here. We'll grab ourselves some more clarity for the economy. Grab a point of health. You don't really need a ton of health with this build, but it certainly doesn't hurt when you are in a position like we are now, where you do take a little bit of damage every now and then. Later on, it really won't be a concern at all. We'll go ahead and use that scroll straight away. We didn't necessarily have to. It does count as an item towards our total count, but I just like to have that out of my inventory so I don't have to think about it. And we still benefit from the 100% stealth chance for those next couple turns. It doesn't matter if we leave the room or anything like that. You can kind of store it. It doesn't give you any sort of indicator on your screen that you have it, but you do. Ooh, that amalgam we need to get on top of ASAP. Yeah. I just wanted to freeze him before he got too much speed from consuming other enemies that we couldn't hit him first. Grab another speed there. I'm shooting for like 40 or 50 speed by the end, because these monsters surely do get quick. So purple chests will be pretty valuable, I guess semi-valuable. Blue chests actually are also not bad for working your way through the dungeon, so if you can get a switchblade for cheap, or just if you happen to buy one of these blue chests, the switchblade definitely speeds up the process a bit. There's probably a number of other items that that aren't coming to mind immediately, but switchblade is definitely nice. Not absolutely necessary. Just kind of a quality of life item for this build so that you don't have to sit here and click an enemy 45 times if it has 45 HP. We may just leave that Bane Fang behind. I guess we got to choose one to kill, huh? Alright, we'll kill you. Ooh, we dodged the attack too. Yes, we dodged the attack. On 11% chance we dodged that. So that saves us a little HP here, especially since we don't have an immediately usable poison. I was informed recently through a comment that cursed potions actually still cleanse poison even if they fail, which is a pretty neat interaction. I had never paid enough attention to really get any value out of that intentionally up until now, but it's definitely good to know for the future, because that could kind of save me, or I don't know if I want to say save me, but it could get me out of some sticky spots. We're going to freeze that spine back in the form that it's in, because if you freeze it in its spiky form, it'll stay in its spiky form until you kill it. We could use our bear trap, but there's no point. Alright. And I'm not really into either of those. We do have an offhand. Add death effect. Explode for 4. 25% chance. That doesn't really help us at all. We will pick up this weapon simply for the extra damage. Could help us out a little bit. And we plan on having something in that slot anyway, so I don't mind filling it up with an item that just provides any benefit. And like I said, that extra soul damage, especially if we have like one enemy left in the room, that extra soul damage will make things go by a lot quicker. And actually, in situations like this, we can just kind of clear the rest of the room with it as well. Poison enemies, like the set of Viscid Twins we just killed, do not spawn extra blobs once they are killed if they are frozen while killed. Do we want to buy a purple? I kind of just want to save up for gold. We're so close. Do I need a freeze? I think I'm going with the bear trap. Shrine of Neglect, we don't want bloodstone, so that doesn't really give us much value. And reprieve is fine. Oh, that's not really what I wanted, but not of late, but maybe soon. When you fade, I am attuned. We'll try for this guy. Very nice. We'll grab ourselves an extra point of speed there. And we'll leave him alone for now. He has 17 speed now. I believe in the final room he has 20 speed. So we can outspeed him, but he's also immune to freeze. So that's why we're looking for the polearm and potentially a toxins to kind of give us a better shot at doing some meaningful damage to him, as opposed to trying to click for 1 until he dies. You know, I was really banking on killing that Bane Fang with my, what is this, Soul Torch? And I'm still kind of banking on it. Yes, there it is. Alright, awesome. We still have our bear trap. Is there anything here that would be better? Potentially the crossroads. +2 poison if to hostile creature when passed. Alright. Gives us some speed. I kind of like the speed. I don't really want to be passing enemies, though. +1 soul damage for every enemy. That's only on the enemy we're attacking. It doesn't add to the soul damage. Yeah, we'll leave that because we're waiting on a gold. Give us the gold. Grab some more speed here. And we're still not fast enough to outspeed everything, but I kind of want... You know what? We're just going to grab it and use it. We'll take it over aggression. Instability could be a problem, because we do not want to take too much damage from... Oh, goodness, and we are going to. So we're going to grab HP. Yep. We're going to continue to take damage from this enemy until we can either freeze him or get out. And both of those things are going to prove a little challenging here. Scrounger got out. It's a little bit of a bummer. You can also hit these Viscid Unions without having an item stolen, despite their little info card will say when attacked absorbs an item that will only be returned upon death. However, that doesn't count if your first hit freezes. Sweet, so we can freeze the, I think he's a Shrieker? Yes. Okay, do you got anything special for us? Doesn't look like it. Here we'll grab some more health. We're kind of diminishing some of our speed, so we might pass up on some more of those stat cards if they are not specifically going to benefit our speed. But I don't mind grabbing a couple extra points of health, as you've already seen. We do take some damage. Man, that Soul Torch is putting in overtime. And now all that Soul Torch damage will just drop right on the Shrieker because he's the only available monster left. Grab ourselves a Soul Torch. Soul Torch. Gold chest. I don't know how I mixed up those two things, but... Alright, or we'll just get the most busted item for this build in the game. So, Backpack. Item effects behave like you only have 3 items. So, with Backpack, we can now pick up anything that we like, and our Tiara will still stay in effect. So... we'll continue on through the run, and this should be pretty busted. Oh, that hurts. Go ahead and fix ourselves up real quick. This, what you call him? Scrounger is actually stuck there, so I'm not too worried about him getting out. But yeah, Backpack is a way to make this build just ridiculous. Because now, so long as we attack first, we will always freeze regardless of how many items we build, which is pretty nuts. We'll just hex you. Alright, so what do we want out of these? We have a chance to be able to... do we discard this? Do I really even want any more clarity? I guess I do for the economy, because we can hold more items now. Oh, look at all those just cursed chants just working for us. As if they weren't even cursed. We'll take the key. Do we want a purple item now? Now that it's free, maybe. One resurrect. Don't really care about that. Reduces all prices by 20 is pretty nice. Parrying shield is also obviously a really solid item. I might actually take the parrying shield just for the speed. Reduce all prices. I mean, if we can get some more items, though. Who knows? Maybe we'll roll another parrying shield. Curse damage becomes soul game. I'm down with that. We still have plenty of time to collect items, too. This is actually really exciting. Freeze you boys up. And we'll just make our way around the room while we kind of slap everything with our soul damage. Well, I guess we're going to attack a high HP monster either way. But we're chipping away at everything else in the room, so I don't mind so much. It really is a grind when you only have one attack and you're like just sitting here clicking 70 times. Which we sort of are, but at least we're getting work done at the same time, I suppose. It's actually spreading pretty evenly throughout this room. Are you still faster than us? 20 speed, alright. So we definitely need to get our speed up. How about you, Lunging Spine? Nope. I'm going to attack you first. Alright, so we got ourselves a purple here. Skip creature on attack. Not my favorite item. We can't replace our helmet, so we will not be picking that up. Dodge inflicts curse. Also not super crazy about that. Attack strain creature stat based on your negative stats. Oh, actually, I guess it does. It would reduce defense and attack if we pick that up. Man, all these items kind of stink. I guess I'll just pick up feed to just pick up an item, but nothing there I was really fiending for, you know? Nothing was tickling the giblets. But that is alright. We have plenty of opportunities for other items, so we'll just freeze up all these guys. And what's actually nice about the soul damage, which is not the case for splash damage, which I found recently, is that soul damage does not break enemies free of their freeze. So they will remain frozen even when the soul damage hits them, which is quite nice. Splash damage kind of throws this build out of whack because like I would be consistently unfreezing this Loombird, which obviously adds a bit more unpredictability to the room, I guess. Whoops, didn't mean to take that potion, but just mindlessly clicking here. Man, we have a lot of economy coming in. I guess we're getting 60% extra souls. Soulcraft. Is there anything we really want to soulcraft? I mean, not really. Oh, I guess we could pick up something that we don't really want and then get a lot of souls back for it. So here, like the splash damage, I mean, it's an alright item, but it's going to constantly unfreeze the enemies that we're hitting, so it's kind of annoying. Freeze creatures when hit. Actually, Soul Cannon's kind of dope. Soul Cannon's good. We're going to pick up a Soul Cannon. Alrighty, what else? Creatures with less 25% health are frozen. Fire beads and poison beads do not move towards you. That could be helpful. It does kind of take our speed a little bit, though. And our HP, actually. Nothing here really getting me too excited either. Fractal gives us some more speed. Can't use the cursed items anymore. But I think that's okay, because we have enough souls coming in. Endurance? That could be nice. Yeah, we'll grab an Endurance. And do we want Embracing Chaos or Crossroads? Embracing Chaos is a lot of fun and usually has a lot of monsters. So that could be a good soul gain for us. We'll grab that. So generally when I'm running a Tiara build, I kind of take inventory of the room and just get all of my priority targets frozen immediately and then move on to, you know, working the enemy's health down. But basically, you should be able to make every room pretty safe for you. So with the ability to freeze on first hit, that's kind of your goal, right? Is to make each room just free souls. Banish, I don't really care about. Actually, we could just soulcraft the fractal. Yeah, because there's no reason to hurt our curse resistance. Alright, and I suppose we're out. So there should not be anything else in here I'm really worried about making sure dies, except I'm kind of like silently hoping that this Scrounger would have gotten hit a couple more times by the soul damage, but doesn't look like it's going to happen, so we'll just take him out manually. More speed, please. And we'll take out these last couple Loombirds and see what kind of loot we got. Oh, alright, well, that curse chance didn't work out for us, but that is alright. Grab ourselves a gold chest. What do we got? After spell use, deal 30 soul damage to a random creature. After spell use, gain 1 attack. Doesn't really do anything for us either, huh? I kind of like Conduit as an item, but it doesn't really fit our build all that well because it tanks our speed. It's really great with Soul Cannon, though, because you can use Soul Cannon so frequently. I think we'll pass on those. Double soul gain if we're negative clarity. We are not. Heal on crit gives us speed and a bunch of crit chance. It could actually be kind of handy. I'm surprised we're not getting more items that I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. Oh, another fractal? Another fractal? I mean, it's free stats, right? +2 poison to creature when hit. Well, we don't intend on getting hit, but the speed is nice. Can't afford it, though. Always window shopping. Always window shopping. Alright, so those amalgams could actually get kind of nasty. So I suppose I should try to meet him before he becomes too much of an issue, which is should probably be pretty close to now. 24 speed. He still had a little ways to go, but amalgams can really get out of hand. Like, if you haven't had an issue with amalgams yet, maybe you're new to the game or you just kill them, you know, when you first see them, these things can get some serious stats. Like, if you get an amalgam in the light side, on the light path when you are selecting your ending, I mean, they can get, like, plus 100 stats very, very easily. One thing I would be curious about is if anybody actually has done kind of like the studying of the amalgams, right? If anybody knows exactly how their stat consumption works, I would certainly be interested. Do they just get the full like range of stats that the enemy they absorb has? Is it just their highest stat that they absorb? What is it? I'm curious. This is basically nothing for us. Splash damage is a little spooky. Unsuccessful stealth, spawn self-destructing fire bead. I mean, technically we could get a couple procs out of that, right? Screamer is actually also really solid because that'll allow us to proc more stuns. Kind of just as we please, since we'll have that range damage. Oh man, a free gold item. Don't have to ask me twice. Is there anything we would want to wish for? We could wish for a fractal. I think other rooms would probably just be more efficient, though. Grab some clarity. Grab some HP. Oh, we want to get you out of your spiky state. The only thing that kind of stinks about us swapping out our soul torch is now we can't really damage things as effectively when we're directly targeting them. We only do that one damage. A toxins would be pretty huge. Can we get a toxins? It's a fat no. Dodge chance could end up being massive. After spell use, guaranteed stealth on next pass. -1 spellbook cooldown on successful dodge. We don't really care about the second part of the passive, but the first part could be really good, because if we need to get on the other side of the bird, while it's stunned, we could soul cannon, and then we could attack it until it's aggressive again. But I guess it would still get one attack, right? Because we would move past it, which would... well, I guess we would only stealth its like counter attack to us moving. The extra dodge just could be huge, but we do lose a little bit of speed. I'd like to have more speed than we currently have. Wish for a reprieve. We could go reprieve and kill the owl. Not that it does a whole lot for us, and it would take forever, so I think I'm going to avoid that. We'll wish for the fractal. Oh, we just got rid of the fractal. I do want to be able to pass blockers. There's really nothing we want to get rid of either. Oh no, the bird got away. Oh, he's stuck though. There we go. Gonna use these enemies to kind of soften up the rest of the room. Very nice. Work through this enemy quick. One thing I actually didn't realize, so some animations will stop you from clicking again, which this screamer, it looks like it has to like process what cards it would be hitting to make sure there aren't any other actions for it to complete before we can attack again. So this actually does, I know I'm taking extra damage that I don't need to here. We're in a position where I don't really care. But it kind of slows down your click speed, so this item isn't maybe preferred if you're still early on in your run. We're probably going to swap out... Well, we don't really want to soulcraft anything either, huh? I guess we might want to if we like, if there's something we pick up that we don't really want. We'll take it over the banish. Grab a little HP there. Grab a little HP there. We'll check out this chest. Excess killing damage. We certainly do not have any of that. Stats would be okay. Just really just HP. That's the only thing it would really give us. Take half damage from explosions. Again, just kind of biting into our speed. Attack both front targets. So that's good for freezing. +1 splash radius. Heal for 3 on negative clarity. Deal 8 damage to random creature after attack. We'll take that. I actually really like just the classic onion suit. Extra onion suit obviously has a more potent passive. The stats are a little rough to pick up on it sometimes, depending on your build. Obviously, that tanked our speed a little bit, which stinks, but it's definitely a solid item. 8 damage outside of boss rooms is huge, especially for free like that. Is there anything we would want to wish for? No. The only reason I even picked up Onion Suit really is for the passive, so. Oh, interesting. So Screamer actually works on both sides. When you're attacking the front card, if you watch, the Screamer also goes on the right. That's pretty neat. On equip, convert negative stats to positive stats. That would give us practically nothing. Create a random potion on kill. Also could be decent. I kind of like the dual wield, though. I kind of want to rock it. We still have some open slots here I'd like to get filled up. Stacked plate, don't really care about. It's nice HP, but... yeah, not really... not too interested. Move away from creature on attack. This can be really helpful. Actually, do we pick this up? So I think... with this, if you attack the owl directly, you should still receive its counter attack, even though you're moving away. So it's not quite as useful as the polearm for cheesing the boss. However, it can definitely be helpful. I like this item in a vacuum, but here, I don't think I want it. I think I still value being able to pass blockers quite high, so... I guess I should... Alright, I know I have the Soulcraft. I could have picked it up and Soulcrafted it, but I also didn't want to get rid of my Endurance. We probably could have picked something up in a different slot and just Soulcrafted it. Actually, we could still try that on this. Because there are still items in here that could... well, I guess not if we don't get an item for an empty slot or one we're not willing to give up. Which right now, we pretty much want all the items we have. We got some pretty potent combinations going. Oh, look at that. We do 2 damage now. That's not true damage. That's 2 damage. I love this this dual Screamer action. And that random 8 damage. This will kind of be fun. We'll actually be like slowly chipping away at the bird, I think, more than we'll directly be attacking him. Because we still don't really have a way to reliably do damage. We're actually going to do more damage by indirectly, I guess, causing that damage with our Screamer and our Onion suit. So this will be an interesting last fight. Basically no attack, pretty much no defense, and just hoping we can freeze everything. Alright, we're going to douse the flame. Let's go, bird. What you got? Alright, so we should be good on speed for just about everything in the room. I want to try and shorten this path so that it comes over to the left here, and so that I can... Ooh. That detonated our stun chance here, so let's keep working our way to the right. We might be in a bit of a pickle here. Ooh, Screamer is making things difficult now. Screamer or dual wield, I guess, whichever way you want to identify it. So, I think we're going to soulcraft the dual wield. And now we should be able to reliably stun the owl. I think I'm going to take... Oh, shoot. We actually have to... We don't do enough damage to... Actually, you know what we could do? We could do this. So that'll stun the bird, and then we're actually doing more damage right now by hitting him with our Screamer. So let's freeze here. Move away. Attack once more. Alright, this is going to be a slow burn. We're going to have to play smart. We could get another stun off. Although here we would have to attack directly, huh? Which we cannot do. I guess we could stun here. Alright, we'll just use the Soul Cannon. And then what we can also do is attack once, Soul Cannon, attack again, Soul Cannon, and then he's going to be ready to do some things. So I want to be on his left side because I have more frozen creatures over here. And he's going to jump anyways, which is not a problem. Oh, but you know what I want to do? Well, I'm not going to be able to stun him with the fire bead. Let's grab another item here, see if we get something handy. Freezing front items actually could be pretty solid, but I really need that Soul Cannon. Parrying shield, it's an okay pickup. I kind of would like a way to do a little extra damage. Poison sword would be kind of solid. I don't want to use up too many souls here because I do want to be able to use that Soul Cannon pretty freely. We'll go one more. Poison shield? Sure. Alright, so... Actually, can we do this? Oh, alright, alright. We've got other ways to do damage. We're learning. Okay, so... Alright, so that fire bead back there is pretty much ready to go. We'll use our Soul Cannon there. We'll attack once. Use our Soul Cannon again. Attack once. And we'll put him into Threshold. Now, we do need to gain ourselves some more souls. We have decent potential for economy. And realistically, there shouldn't be anything in this room, I don't think, that should scare us, given the fact we're able to freeze. So I'm moving over to the right here so that this attack lands on 2 enemies, and I have a card over to my left that I can pass that gives me the distance to get away from those. Okay, yes, we're still... Well, that's odd. So the Loombirds in their docile state are actually faster. Right? Weren't they 30 speed when they were... I just hovered one in the back here. And I thought it had 30 speed when it was in its state of... Like, in its calm state. And it's I don't even know how to describe it. In its docile state. Oh, so now I actually need to figure a way. We need to kill some things, and we need to work down this totem. Actually, we can work down the totem with his damage. Because that should still do 15 damage to the totem. Yes, it does. Okay, so we can make that work. We want to freeze here before we start getting all these loom birds in a spot where they're going to be attacking us at the same time. I guess we can just kind of attack through here with our Screamer, because we have earned enough souls that we can use our Soul Cannon a bunch of times. I don't really want to Soul Cannon the totem itself. So do we have any stuns to set up? We do not. So we'll just freeze this enemy, do a little bit of Screamer damage here. Use our Soul Cannon, move away one, attack. Use our Soul Cannon, move away. He's going to jump, so I suppose... Wait a second, does just moving... Hold on. Does just moving count as an action for this... for the book? I thought it was combat actions, but that seems like it was working off of basically just our movement. Unless I was just understanding that wrong. I'm going to use it here really quick. So, one turn. Interesting. Not all books work like that. Oh, because it's showing the... It's the icon, right? It's the timer as opposed to... I don't have another item that shows. I think it's that timer one as opposed to having like the little sword icon and showing one action. Alright, where's your other totem? Way back here. So as you can see, we basically have everything in the room. I shouldn't say everything. We have a lot of enemies in the room frozen. So we're not really worried about our ability to move around the room. We're going to move to the left here, again, to make his attack land on his totem. And then I want to make sure this enemy is frozen. We're going to move to the right because we have some more open space and we have some loom birds and fire beads kind of encroaching on our area here. Move to the left once again. Freeze this last loom bird. And now we should be pretty free to kind of just work our way over to this totem. Alrighty. So he's going to be frozen. I think I'm just going to keep working down this totem so that we can get another stun off sooner rather than later. Actually, yeah, so we'll just keep attacking. And then right at the end... Oh, he's going to jump, actually. Okay. So then, is he going to destroy his own totem? No, it's just one of these. Alright, so we'll just attack through this totem. We can grab this potion, yes, if it still has the attack on it. So we'll heal off the potion that we don't really need. And we'll just keep using this Soul Cannon. So we have one move, we move away, which now he's in his movement action, we move towards him, and Soul Cannon, and move away. Now he's in his jump action, which will put him in the center. This is a little awkward, only because I don't have many things in this room to really get myself away from his attack. So that was a little odd. He's going to spawn more things into the room, so we're going to go ahead and take out that last enemy. I want to check. You do have 30 speed, so they have faster speed when they're in their hatchling state. Interesting. Alright, so we'll freeze you, because that... Ooh, that kind of hurt. We actually, like, still have enough defense here for it to be meaningful. Like, just these little parry chances on these hatchlings is, like, pretty huge. So freeze you. Freeze you again. I think we'll go ahead and work on this totem pretty quickly because I really don't want to mess around for too much longer in this ring. Oftentimes, how I feel with the birds room is it's like you want to spend as little time in here as possible. Oh, nice. We hit him with our screamer, and we got our onion suit proc on him, which actually put him down. So that will be it. That is a Tiara build with a backpack, so not the traditional Tiara build, but definitely a fun go at it. I like the Tiara a lot. I like the idea of these items that you can kind of just hang on to for the entire run that are, you know, a common rarity item. If you have tried the Tiara and you know of some other fun synergies, please let me know down in the comments. If you've never used the Tiara, I certainly invite you to because it's a lot of fun. But otherwise, that will be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You'll probably have another one today. Kind of in a similar vein, just having some fun, testing out some other items. But either way, stay amazing and catch you in the next one.